Alright guys, today we are going to go ahead and take a look at Astral Radiance because I get a lot of requests. I get a lot of people asking me whether I think Astral Radiance is an investable set here in the Pokemon TCG in 2022. So today I'm going to break my little bit of a pact that I did with Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars, where I'm not going to look ahead at the set, and I am going to take a look at this set and go over it with you on why I think that you should wait on investing into Astral Radiance. So guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like button. We get 70 likes in this video. It's greatly appreciated and it helps us out a ton. So hit that like button before you leave. And as always, as a reminder, down below we have the link for the box break of Brilliant Stars. So if you're still interested in joining in on that, definitely check that link out below and join in on May 28th. We will be doing the box break for Brilliant Stars, which is just a lot of fun to sit down, talk. We can do any kind of discussion you want while we're doing it. We're just going to have some fun and open up some packs. So if you're interested in that, definitely check the link below. Now, Astral Radiance is going to be released on May 27th. That's right. Friday, May 27th is going to be the release date. We are starting to see some pre-release stuff. We are starting to see pre-release kits show up for sale. We're starting to see some movement on some of these cards. We're starting to see them show up on TCG Player now for sale. As this English version continues to get open more and more, it's starting to show up more and more in different places. And of course, questions keep riding around. Is this an investable set? Should I be investing in this set? Should I be waiting on this set? And then today I would kind of want to go over my feelings on this set in general, and just that way you guys could have a direction. So the first thing I want to talk about is when I look at a set, when I'm trying to decide if a set's going to be an investable set, if there's a play on it, if there's something that's available to make this set worth spending money on, I start to look at the actual Pokemon themselves, which is why I had to actually go in and start looking at this set and get a feel for the grounds for what we're looking at inside of this and what's going to be coming up. And what I always look for is what I call anchor Pokemon. Now, Pokemon that are anchors to me are high volume, mass liked Pokemon. Very popular, have a lot of following. You see a lot of plushies of these in people's backgrounds. You see them all around you. This includes characters like Pikachu, Eevee, Evolutions, Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon. You can sit there and go Blastoise, Venusaur. You can go through a ton of them. Your Ninja is another one that does stand out quite a bit also. But there's a lot of these inside of sets that make them go. So if you look at the last successful sets in the Pokemon TCG, take a look at Vivid Voltage. Now, we all know that there's only one chase card in there, which is the Rainbow Pikachu. But because it's a Rainbow Pikachu, that set continues to perform over and over and over again. Because that anchor Pokemon is strong enough to bring masses back to it for a collectability and a nostalgia reasons into it. The other one I always look at is Evolving Skies. Why is Evolving Skies such a popular set? It has great anchors inside of it with evolutions. The evolutions in that set make that set. It drives that set. And then on top of it, it has a fan favorite with Rayquaza. So that one has a double hitter for two gigantic anchor Pokemon styles inside of it, which draws people into it for the chase. Next thing I look at is Brilliant Stars. Why is Brilliant Stars a successful set? Why does it not seem to go down in price and continue to move up as time goes on? Plain and simple. Charizard and Arceus, both of them fan favorite Pokemon, very strong. Of course, Charizard is going to be your main anchor, and Arceus is a great driver behind it. Not exactly an anchor in my opinion, but definitely a good boost to a set. So once again, these are great sets. Now let's take a look at the sets that did not perform as well. Look at battle styles. What's your anchor Pokemon in battle styles? Tyranitar is probably your closest, but once again, he's a supporter. He's really not an anchor. You can go into Chilling Reign. What is your big anchor Pokemon in Chilling Reign? There really isn't one. The Galarian Birds are probably your best bet inside of there you could maybe look at. But once again, they're kind of a supporter. They need a base, a good anchor Pokemon, and the birds just accelerate a set. Same thing with Fusion Strike. Where's your anchor Pokemon? Mew is probably the closest one that I would say to an anchor Pokemon that isn't an anchor Pokemon. The problem is with Mew is that he brings in half of the following. If you're going to do a set like Fusion Strike, they should have had Mewtwo and Mew inside of that set. It draws all these masses into that set, makes it that much more collectible, makes it that much more interesting for the chase. So once again, these are all things that I want to point out and why going into Astral Radiance, I think that this set may end up being more like Fusion Strike or Chilling Rain. Not quite as bad as Battle Styles or Rebels Clash, but definitely going to be a little bit more of a difficult to sell set, a really slow moving set. And I think Pokemon maybe got it right when they reduced the amount of product produced on this and lowered the allocations, because I think this is going to be a slow going set for sales. Now, I haven't checked it out for playability yet, which is something I need to sit down and do and really break that part of it down, because that could change. But even so, look at Fusion Strike. It has an extremely playable set with that Mew, and still it's not accelerating like we like to see for a typical investment in the Pokemon TCG. So I'm going to switch over here to the desktop. So as you can see, I've got right off the bat the alternate arts that are in this set. Now, personally, I like these style alternate arts. I do enjoy them being in that real world type of situation. I think this Machamp alternate art in this set is probably going to be one of the hottest ones, just because this brings me right back to the anime when they actually use Machamps in the same way in the anime itself. So it's definitely a good crossover between the anime and the Pokemon TCG. So kudos to them for making this card. I think it's a great layout for that. I think the Beedrill and all these in their natural habitats are really a cool alternate art. Also, I like that they're starting to make the alternate arts like this. The alternate arts like this are a fantastic setup that Pokemon's been doing. So once again, great setup, great cards, great looks for these actual cards. We're going to go ahead and go into the full art supporters now. Once again, out of these supporters, I don't know about playability. Once again, I'm not talking playability. But I think that our number 1 and 2 are going to be between these two. You're going to have Irida and Roxanne are going to be your 2, because, of course, Weifu, everybody likes these for their collections, followed by Virgo over here. So I think these 3 are going to be your top trainers inside of this set. I don't think that they're going to be huge hits. They're not like gigantic trainers, and they're not really known. To me, I didn't even know who these trainers were up until I actually opened this set up and started doing a little research on them. So they're definitely not a standout one like Cynthia or something like that, where they really pop and you understand them inside of the Pokemon TCG and have relatability to them in the anime section and other sectors of the Pokemon world. Going down into the full arts, once again, there's some good full arts. I do like them. They have some really nice ones. Of course, this Hisuian Typhlosion, I think, is going to be number 1. Jirachi and Machamp, these 3 are going to be fighting for your 1, 2, and 3 spot. I think that there's going to be a lot of people fighting for this Jirachi. Once again, Jirachi is one of those little fan favorite Pokemon that has a good niche. Same with Machamp and Typhlosion. They all kind of have their little niches. But once again, none of them stand out as a really strong anchor inside of the set to really draw in the masses for the collectability of the set. Same thing even down here. I mean, a Garchomp, of course, is another one that has another niche, but definitely not a strong enough niche to be called an anchor. It's a good boost Pokemon. Coming into, of course, the special rarity Pokemon, we've got the origin form Dialga and Palkia and the gold forms. I think these are going to be really nice to put them next to your Arceuses if you did get those. Of course, the gold Arceus was in the Brilliant Stars set. Definitely a great add-on. Definitely getting all the gods all together on one sheet with the gold. Definitely a huge bonus. Of course, we've got the 3 Radiant Pokemon inside of here. And once again, for the Radiant Pokemon for a starter, this Greninja here is going to draw a good fan, because Greninja has a really good fan base. That's supposedly voted the most popular Pokemon in the TCG right now in the last 3 years. So definitely has a good fan following. But once again, not quite as much of an anchor as Pikachu itself. So it's an interesting that it's been winning that best or most favorite Pokemon, but I still think that this one is not going to be enough to make this set pop. Once again, you get the 3 Radiant cards inside of there, and honestly, for the Radiant cards that they picked, they definitely could have picked some better characters to bring that up into the set. Going into the Rainbow Rares, once again, we've got some VMAXs or V-Stars and VMAXs starting out here. So we've got the first VMAX here, you got the second one here. Going into the Typhlosion, Machamp did not get a VMAX over here that I could see. The Decidueye, going all the way down into the bottom ones with Dialga and Palkia in their origin forms. Once again, I'm not a big fan of rainbow arts. I think that the kids really will enjoy these as they get older. But myself, they're just a washed out card in general. I personally like the full arts more than I do like the rainbow rares. Going through, of course, here's just our highly collectible Pokemon, and I think what this site does is just kind of picks the ones that they think will be chased after. Leafeon, of course, an evolution with some facking. Once again, one regular card, not being a V-Star alternate art or anything like that, is not going to draw collectors in for that one. Definitely this Typhlosion V-Star. I do like the artwork. I think it's a really nice one. Same thing with the Origin Palkia V-Star here. And of course, they've got this nice Darkrai. Now, Darkrai has a small following also. So there are a lot of characters in here that have small followings. But once again, you're missing that mass generating Pokemon inside of this set that it really could have used. Going through the rest of the Ultra Rares, going down through that. Here are your Rainbow Rare supporters or trainers. Once again, same characters, just in Rainbow Rare form. I'd much rather have the full art form personally because they just look a lot better. I like the backgrounds. I like the way they look. I like the way the Pokemon's going with the actual trainers on their backgrounds. Last one on this set that I think is going to have some really good playability, but also be a really sought after, of course, is this really cool Path to the Peak. Now, I don't normally like gold cards like this, but this one to me pops because of the gold snowflakes and all the way that this is all set up. I think it's a really good, flashy collectible card, but also Path to the Peak in the play is a really great card to have. So there's going to be playability to this too. So there's going to be a little draw on the playability on that part of it. So like I said, guys, I just wanted to go through this and just kind of break this down so you guys can see why I think that you should just wait on this set. There's no reason to jump in on investment. I think there's going to be a ton of product available, and there's going to be no rush to really get into this because it's going to be everywhere. You're going to be able to just go pick what you want. I think there'll be booster boxes easily available. I think that there'll be, sleeve boosters and everything, ETBs readily available at all of your big box stores. So guys, don't go out and rush and buy this. I think for a Pokemon investment in 2022, this is definitely a set that I would hold on. And just I think a lot of people are holding on this set too because Pokemon Go is coming right behind it. And that has some banger, really anchor Pokemon inside of there with Mewtwo, Blastoise, and Venusaur. Boy, you put them guys into a set, that is going to draw the collectors out and get them into that set. So once again, I think Pokemon Go is going to be the set that's going to be the next holiday set to jump into and definitely be the next investment. But we'll definitely check that out as more of these cards get released for it. And we can look at that one also for the investability on this. But definitely for singles, there is an investment option in there. If you can get that Machamp card, I think that a couple of alternate arts will do rather well. So if you can get a hold of that Machamp card, particularly out of the alternate art section, I think there's a great opportunity there if you can get it at the low price or a downward price, and then it'll go up a little bit over time just because of the fact that it is a Pokemon using its anime usage inside of a card. So they just blend and cross those two sections over, which was a good thing to do on that part of it. So other than that, guys, hopefully I brought you some good information. Hopefully this helps you out when you're determining what sets might be a little bit better than others when it comes to the investment side. And if I did, be sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, guys, hit that like button. We get 70 likes on this video. It's greatly appreciated. As always, I'm going to put up these two videos up for you afterwards that you can get some more information. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.